And these thoughts are appearing in us. Where do they get their power from? Because what we must be clear about is to find out, do thoughts have independent power? Because if they have independent power, then all of us would suffer from the same thought. But some thoughts mean nothing to me, but they will send you in hospital.
Yeah,
you see?
Yeah.
So it's not to do with the thought in itself, but the amount of belief that is invested in that thought.
Yes.
And the belief is the power that arises out of your own consciousness.
Yes,
and so you must understand that both belief and attention are your superpowers, because they can create. Because mostly we identify ourselves even with attention. Attention is maybe your most intimate tool, because wherever the attention goes and touches is registering as your experience. You say, yes, I see this, I think this, I want to see. So you give your attention even the quality of yourself as I.
Yes.
And through the inquiry you see that even attention, which is the earliest power going out, that even that is also witnessable. Even this one you can see.
Yes.
So if you can see this, then you must be beyond it.
Yeah.
Behind, no?
But when you say you have the power to put your attention anywhere, who does that?
Yes.
That's not me, or because there's nobody behind.
There's no body, but there's
or
consciousness.
nothing. Or consciousness.
There's consciousness. Consciousness is what you are in this dynamic
but that's
experience
not me.
and body.
That's not me.
When you say consciousness is not you,
as in the head.
You mean the mental consciousness. Mental consciousness you observe. Consciousness as mind you observe.
But who puts the attention anywhere? This goes from itself.
Yes. The attention is moving by itself. What is witnessing this attention? Isn't there a living force that is witnessing this attention?
Yes.
Where would you put yourself intuitively? Not use your head. Intuitively. Can you be the thing that is being witnessed, or the one who is witnessing? Which feels more true for you? If you are witnessing yourself, who are you to witness?
Something liquid or air or something like that.
Now you have gone to a very, very subtle phenomena. You say maybe something fluid, liquid, or air. But these are still a phenomenon. Something also must be observing something liquid or air, isn't it? Isn't it? Now this is common sense actually. And I'm showing you the power even of your ordinary speaking. There's a power. There's a consciousness is behind. But we are not aware of the power of this consciousness. That you are the one who is seeing all these things. And the only thing that gets in the way of a clear, intuitive certainty about this is because we are so habituated to thinking of yourself as the name and the form, as the person. And in somehow placing yourself into a particular context and an environment and an image. And I'm saying to you, even these images, they're still a phenomena arising in you. You're the one witnessing them. What can be seen in the image, you see? Can that which sees even the subtlest image, let's say even of space, that can sense even space, there must be something that is aware even of space.
That must be itself.
Yes. And you, who are you in this moment of seeing? Don't identify with anything at all.
I don't know what it is.
You cannot know. Not with the traditional mind.
Not thinking. Yeah.
Yeah, you cannot know because if you know something, it phenomenalizes it. That, okay, I know that.
Yeah.
So that cannot be what is aware of it. So this question, what is aware, even of the subtlest appearance, what is aware even of that? Don't create, don't imagine. Because we use the mind, you see, and then your mind is like your Google.
Yeah.
And it will try and represent
something.
An image. But let it represent the image, because you are the one who will say, but it cannot be the image.
There's no answer. Nothing.
Yes. Now, don't go away from this. Don't make this only an answer. This is not an answer.
No.
Huh? This is an insight, not an answer. You see.
And this is where the deep enlightened people always stay.
Different from you?
No. But
they don't stay. They don't stay. Stay means effort.
Yes.
They are. They don't stay. They can't stay. Nobody can stay.
The only difference is that all the thoughts don't carry them away from that so far.
Yes. Who could they be to be carried away? To be carried away, you must have something. I can carry this cushion away. Is it? I can carry this body away somewhere. But am I this body that can be moved about from this place to this place? This is your introspection. You're
from
looking.
The thoughts.
Yes. And this body without thoughts is what? This body without thoughts is what? Look at this body or anything without thought. What is it? Look at me without thought. This is your real seeing, actually. On top of this pure seeing, this almost a non-phenomenal seeing, but phenomenal seeing appears in it, and it is okay. Just the understanding, that deep insight has shown you, you being that, knowing that you are that, meaning the end of the confusion, that you are merely your limited perspective, that you're just the body-mind. The body-mind is fine. Let the body function. Let mind function. But can they function without your perceiving of them? Everything is reporting to you. You are the perceiver of all of this. Who are you?
And when I was perceiving from this glimpse,
yes,
this was also a play in this consciousness, only a picture to show, but it was not that. It was
not that.
Picture.
Yes, it is maybe the image. The mind forms an image of that. But somehow I trust what you say, because in that moment, perhaps you in the form or in the aspect of your mind and identity was not there.
No.
And so in the absence of you personally, something must be there. Something is here, but not as a thing, not as something. The absence of somethingness. You see? And it was shining as a peace and joy and freedom and spontaneity.
Yes. In a picture, was it like the perceiving in the middle without body?
Yes.
And then, like, around the sun, the planets. First, the thoughts. But they were so far, it was such a distance, so that no identifying was possible. And then the body, and then the outer things, and then laughter. About the joke. There was knowing, it's so jokey.
Don't keep this experience.
No.
If you keep it, you'll want to repeat it, and you're trying to measure other experiences against this.
Only pictures.
Yes. Okay? So if you don't keep anything at all, either from past or a desire for something in future, then what remains? Which is not like this. Not this, because this is not this. You see? If something is going, no, that's not it. That's also an image, a photograph in the consciousness. You're not the image.
And all the other people around me and us, they are things that I project, or the mind projects, or they are made of. This is too complicated.
Just look at everybody as the self. That's all. Don't start to think, oh, how did I project these people? Because you get into trouble. You don't need this. You don't need this right now. Just stay with what you're seeing now. Don't force anything. By itself, out of this impeccable seeing, there is a refining that happens in consciousness. Don't push it. Just you stay and let it come. Let everything come. Don't go looking for anything. Even you read something, it says, yeah, you should be one with everything. Forget about it. Just stay with this very genuine seeing. Don't make a checklist of things that, okay, but I didn't get this, I didn't get this. See, then the mind comes in. You see? Just stay.
Yeah.
It's enough. Then you somehow, there is still a kind of cooking that takes place, a refining, a maturing that happens very naturally, very organically. Don't deny this, because as long as this body is here, enjoy the dance of existence also. Because you're also in this, but it's your temporary play. And this is arising in your infinite and unchanging being. Don't deny this. Many people, oh, this doesn't, and they're saying this because they're not comfortable with themselves. You can be comfortable with yourself. You see? But something will not be able to. You're like a mirror. It can show so many things, but it doesn't keep anything. You see? A mirror can show everything, but it doesn't keep anything. There's something a little bit like this about our being. You can be and enjoy.
Yeah.
Allow everything to be fresh. Don't strategize existence.
Yeah.
You don't need to. And something is really unfolding as a kind of intuitive and spontaneous existence.
Yes.
And this is the beauty of the
Yes.
of the manifestation, you can say.
There were a few times when I cried so much I didn't know anything why. I really don't know, but
Yes,
it was subtle feeling of I don't want no more everything, but I don't know, I was sad, deep sadness, crying, and I was walking the fields the half day and crying.
Was there not a joy in this crying?
This was joyful. Yes, I don't complain.
Yes,
really not.
What happens is that sometimes we are surprised because there's a crying which is inexplicable. And it
so
can
often.
suddenly turn and become laughter also.
Yes.
It can be like this, no? Sometimes there's a crying but there's no sadness. Or there may be a sense of sadness but there's no story. And there may be a laughing but there's no joke. Or there can be laughing and there is a kind of joke.
Yeah.
But you don't have to make sense of any of it.
No,
Yes.
no, it was only to feel that I wanted to. I told life, take me, not make me not my body death or something, not that, but take me, please,
Yes.
life. I don't know.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is beautiful.
Yeah.
This is beautiful. All the human beings would be great to come to this place to say,
Yes.
take me.
Mm-hmm.
I say, take me. Don't bargain. Don't go for contract. I'll say, take me. There's something. It's a beautiful, a grace.
Yeah, I can't transport with words.
It comes from something deep, you know.
How huge this is. This is, and this is the last few weeks, month.
Yes.
It repeats from itself. I don't force. I know it's nothing to force, but it's so huge. It's so huge.
It's a power, but there's no force. It's a power without force.
Yeah.
And something intuitively. It's an intuitive calling, a primal calling to say yes.
And there's
this.
a pleasure somehow to give something, but I don't know what. I don't know. To give everything from me.
Yes. Don't know what.
Don't know what.
And give everything.
Yes. So to salute.
Yes.
Yeah. Somehow.
Yes. I am very happy hearing you speak about it.
Oh yes. And
don't let the mind start to write things down what it is.
no.
Just go with that intuitive, that impulse inside. It's wonderful. You don't have to know what it is, but something is saying yes. You're saying yes. I've been speaking about these things, even in India, the last time, that there comes a time inside when there's an urge to say yes. Just say yes to the truth, without drawing a picture of what it is. Sometimes it arises inside, and some beings, they feel it. I say yes. Don't say wait. Don't say maybe. Don't say later. Don't say no.
No, I just.
Is it like this? No?
I'm over this.
Yes.
I'm really.
Yeah. When you're over, you say yes.
Yes.
And when you're trying to get over, you say yes. If you're inside the heart. And then when we speak about it like this, then many people began to realize that unconsciously they've been staying on no or maybe or later. It's like a suspension.
I had these times.
Yes.
Also.
Yes.
But the last few months, it was like, yes, pure.
Yeah.
It was. I know these times. Then 3 years ago, I had similar times, and then I thought, but now you try to get this job and do this, and so on. And
compromise.
It's a half.
Yeah, some fear comes for people. They say, but no, I don't know. Now I'm experiencing, I don't know. Before I had the illusion that I do know.
Yes.
And there's a kind of security in feeling I do know.
Because there came the thoughts, rent and money and So I heard of that. But now it's so finished.
It's wonderful. It's wonderful. It's wonderful. When the human being come to this type of conclusion, a wordless, a conceptionless conclusion, it is yes inside, no? The whole universe turns its face towards you. Don't worry about anything at all.
Yes.
I'm very happy. This is more than an interview.
Yes.
You know, it's like a communion or something. Something feels beautiful.
Yes. I carried this wish in my heart when I came to you.
Yes, it's wonderful.
Because in YouTube I cannot tell you.
I'm so touched in my being.
Your words run in my heart. I learned so quickly good English.
It's good. Good way of learning English. Very great. Very great. Very great. Very great. We use the mind for as much as the mind is useful to bring you to beyond the mind, into the pure space of being that doesn't have to work anything out. It's something. Miraculous is a good word. Spontaneous. Now people are a bit afraid of these words, but they are truth to do with your being, your living being. You see,
it's like the dream of flying. When I swim in in the air. This dream I had so often.
Sometimes I refer to this seeing. It's like you become like space moving in space. You're like space moving in space. You have still the sense of being here, this body's here, but it's become almost transparent, almost translucent, almost invisible. Because it's not heavy with identity. Because you've seen from that place which is imageless. And so no one can explain this thing, you see. I don't think Mr. Buddha could do it. Or Christ. They can't explain because it's no words there to convey what it is. And yet we are this. Is behind all our faces is the faceless one. Behind every face, every expression, this is. This is. And I feel like the great opportunity of the human experience is to recognize this, which puts an end to suffering.
Yes, because people who would see that, they won't be jealous or kill.
Yes.
And
they will not sustain division in themselves. They recognize that, and then division and separation can become also sacred and holy. You see, it can serve a higher purpose. You know, not everything has to look like the same, because the understanding understands that everything arises out of this unfathomable ocean, and something is all well with that. So the differences, they become playful. They are not so consequential. They don't bring enmity, hatred, fear.
Yes, because there's no more who is.
There is no pride. There may still continue to be a sense of identity, but it's more like it's a cosmic identity. It's like a cosmic independence. It's not personal. The personal will always come into some conflict. The personal can be there only as a costume to enjoy the feeling of uniqueness and difference, but not to fall into a delusion with it.
Yes.
Yeah.
So if anybody tries to play the one who wants to be, and then he discovers he fails, so this he can whether change it nor more do as he doesn't pretend. So he's caught.
He thinks he's caught. If there is no arrogance, if there's no pride, then that pain will bring you to one who can point out that which cannot be caught, will help you.
It's a chance for him.
It is an opportunity. Because there's something beautiful and magical about life. That even if you're on an island and you have no human teacher and you need to learn this thing, it will come in some way. A mosquito will teach you. A turtle will teach you. You understand? A seagull may teach you.
Yes.
It's not poetry. It's like if you are meant to come to find out, it will come. It will take some form that will be agreeable to you, a form that will resonate with you, in order to make that seeing clear for you.
So the for example, the economic crisis would be a great chance for these people who run against the walls.
Yes.
In the next 2-3 years. Or
yes. Don't tell them that too openly.
No.
We're finding out about this by ourselves slowly, a little bit, you know.
Yeah.
Because if you say these things, people want to chop you. Oh, how dare you, arrogant! And so you quietly understand this
I'm
thing
not a missionary.
in your heart.
Yeah.
But it is true. In fact, not almost every experience can be turned around and to serve your truth. Every experience, bitter or sweet, you know.